Is the Whirlwind dead? Let's talk about it. What up, y'all? It's your boy JKG. We are here to talk about the Whirlwind build after the nerf. As you guys all know, the Whirlwind did get a massive nerf. The Barb got nerfed in general. There's some aspects that are really key to some cooldown reductions that got nerfed by roughly half. The Whirlwind got affected as well, and I didn't care for the Whirlwind build in the beta specifically because you had to gear your entire build to make to make it viable. At least at those low levels in the beta. So I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I didn't really run it in the beta, and I didn't want to run it day one. However, now that I've finished the story mode and I'm just kind of cruising around, just trying to do normal leveling and stuff like that, we're working into World Tier 3, World Tier 4, and stuff like that. I want to try to branch out and, cover whatever we can do. I want to do some viable builds for you guys. I want to do some meme builds for you as well as we go on, because I think there's some really memey stuff that we can do as the Barb. It's just very, very particular, but we'll get right up on into it here on the Whirlwind. Is it dead after the nerf? Absolutely not. I don't think it is dead at all. The reason being is you kind of come in here and you look at your abilities, come over to the skill tree. I'm going to make it bigger here. You're basically, if you look at our skill assignment, we're basically running, the Whirlwind, a base attack, 3 buffs for actually, and 4 buffs for ourselves, really, because we're running all 3 here. We're running Challenging Shout, we're running War Cry, we are running Rallying Cry, so we're going to get all of those benefits from those 3 skills. And we're also running Wrath of the Berserker. Wrath of the Berserker has a very long cooldown, which that hurts us because we are not able to take advantage of, shortening our cooldowns because of the nerf. Does that kill the build? Absolutely not. Another thing that we're doing here, and we'll just kind of go over the build basically. Just using Lunging Strike currently. I think Frenzy could also be usable here, only for the reason that Frenzy, when you use it, it's a fast animation attack, so you're going to fill your Fury bar really, really fast. Lunging Strike is nice because it is kind of a little bit of a movement skill on top of the attack. You're just kind of stabbing and stabbing, and if you use it, you kind of know you can almost get, some combos going with it if you are quick with your directional movement with it as well. So you can kind of spam it on one guy over here and then come over here. You kind of do a little bit of a dash as you're striking, so you can kind of get a little extra movement into the build that way. It's not neither of them, Frenzy or Lunging Strike, is gonna wow you with damage. You can see I only put 1 into Lunging Strike, and I don't even think I took any of the modifiers. So we're just doing, let's just a very basic attack just to hit real quick. You can see I put everything into Whirlwind, came over here, and I do believe we went into Furious Whirlwind. So we are going to inflict 40% of the base damage as bleeding. So that's the key here. We're going to use a lot of modifiers to kind of max out our bleed damage with this build. So we're going to do a lot of bleed damage over time. You kind of come over here. Next on the list, we have our Rallying Cry. You can see here, didn't put a ton of investment into it. We have 2 out of 5 for that. Did not even take any of the modifiers. Actually, you know what? Did we take Tactical Rallying Cry? I think we did take Tactical Rallying Cry. So we have that option as well for us. Yeah, we did take Tactical Rallying Cry, so we have that as well. I just noticed that having the skill assignment here kind of deadens everything right here, so you can't really see if you took it or not. So that's fun. Um, Challenging shout. This one we can see we have 7 out of 5. We have it on that because we have some aspects and some skill trees or some skills off of some of the pieces of gear that we have that are actually letting us go past that 5 here. So we're actually coming down here to tactical challenging shout. So we are going to gain fury when we take damage. So if we get a big mob around us and we are running this one here, we are going to taunt those enemies. We're basically going to try to say, come attack us. So we get a big mob around us. We use this, we pop it off. They come hit us. We're going to, gain fury as we get hit. So that's kind of the secret to kind of keeping the whirlwind up, right? And then we come over here and we have war cry. We have our war cry, just one out of here, just so we can get over to power war cry. So we are going to be able to, we are going to have a damage bonus when 6 enemies are around us. We're going to have an additional 10%. So again, it's kind of order of operations. We're going to want to taunt them, bring them in, get a big group around us, pop off our war cry so we can actually go ahead and get more damage out of it. Booming voice and raid leader. Raid leader is a good one because we are going to heal our allies, heal ourselves and our allies for 3% per second. So that is definitely a nice one because that's just going to be, and then with booming voice, it actually increases the duration of all of our shout skills. So that's going to be really good. We're going to be able to heal for longer. We're going to heal our teammates for longer while that's up. Right here, aggressive resistance. It's going to give us 3% damage reduction. And then if we come into the last one here, off of that prolific fury, while berserking, our fury generation is going to go up by 18% by having all 3 points into that one. So that's a good one as well. We are going to use Pit Fighter, and you can kind of see we did put 6 points into Pit Fighter. On Pit Fighter itself, we're going to gain 9% damage to close enemies. We're going to do a lot of close-up damage with both our lunging strike and our whirlwind. And then we are also going to have 9% increased critical strike against immobilized, stunned, or slowed enemies. Bleeding is going to be a key there because we are going to take hamstring, which is going to slow them. So when we inflict bleeding, we're going to slow them. We're going to do that off of both of our attack skills. We're going to take cut to the bone. So if we get them vulnerable, we're going to actually do additional damage as well. So we're going to try to maximize that. Come over here. Thick skin. Each time we take direct damage, we are going to gain base life, and then off of that we're going to have counter offensive. While we have fortify for over 50% of our maximum life, we are going to deal 12% increased damage. So how does that work? We're going to heal up. As we heal up and we take that damage, as we get modifiers to get fortified, we're going to do more damage. So as the tankier we get, the stronger we get, basically. We're going to come down here. We are going to take Tempered Fury, which is going to increase our maximum fury by 3. The maximum we can go up to the next rank is 6, and then if we put all 3 points into that, we'll have 9 additional fury. We're going to use this one here, Invigorating Fury. We're going to put all 3 points into that. Heal for 9% of our maximum life, up to 145 based on my current stats right now, for each 100 fury spent. So actually, the lower amount of fury you have, you're going to use it faster with your whirlwind, and you're going to heal faster. So we could put both, 2 additional points into this as we get them, if we, and kind of go from there. But I'm not really worried about that at this very time. I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then we have Wrath of the Berserker. We're just going to go ahead and pick all 3. We're going to just, if you don't know, you are going to increase berserking damage by 25% every 50 fury that you spend. So Whirlwind spends fury really fast if you've never used it. And I believe it's something about 40 fury per second, something along those lines. I don't know the exact amount, but it spends fury like it is going out of style. So we're able to actually spend a lot of fury. We're going to do more damage the lower our fury bar is, right? So we're doing good damage regardless when we pop off Wrath of the Berserker, but as our fury goes down, our damage is actually coming up. So it kind of goes both ways. And then as far as the last ones here, the passives, I want to play around with Gushing Wounds and see about getting additional bleed damage on this. That might work out good for bosses, possibly, because we do inflict a lot of bleeding damage. But in this particular build right now, what I'm running is Unbridled Rage. So our core skills are going to deal 135% increased damage. It does cost 100% more fury, so our Whirlwind does, basically it's using double the fury, but by using double the fury, we're going to have additional damage a little bit faster, and we're also going to heal a little bit faster. Make sense? I hope that makes sense for you guys. If not, let me know in the comments below. Let's kind of come out here, and I'm just going to see if there's a spot. Do we have a Helltide open at the moment? No, we do not. Helltides are, fun fact, Helltide is a great spot to test a build if you're looking for high density. You can actually go into a Helltide location and you can, just run around. You don't have to hop into any kind of special dungeon or anything like that, and you can get a ton of enemies to go up against. But we're just gonna kind of just try to find a spot that's gonna hopefully maybe have a little bit of high density of enemies, because as has been pointed out, we don't want to watch us just stabby on one enemy over and over and over. So we'll try to see if we can find a nice big group. If we can't, we can't. But I'll do my best to find us a nice big group. I see some red dots over here. Let's see if we can bring these guys over. All right, we might actually have a good chance here. So let's go ahead and hop off of here. Hop off of our horse. All right, so we're gonna pop our furies, and we're gonna just hit our Whirlwind. You see we're taunting them. We're going right through them. We spend that fury like crazy. You can kind of see we do spend that fury like crazy. That is one thing about using Whirlwind, regardless of if you're using this particular build or you're using a different build that uses Whirlwind. You are going to spam through your fury meter insanely quick. It eats it like it is cake on birthdays, Let's see, I see some more red dots over here. All right, let's see. We're not going to get the Wrath of the Berserker, but we are going to get everything else. You can kind of see we're healing, and you can kind of see as we take that damage, we are healing. Got poisoned there, not a big deal. Poison is just like OP in this game. I was running with a Necro the other day, and he was able to he was running a Bone Spear build with poison on it, and it was just ridiculous watching the HP bar just continue to just proc. Bleed is similar. I don't know if you've noticed it, but bleed, you kind of get to you see the bar go down, but it also has like bleed damage off to the back, so you can actually see you do damage, but you also do a bleed damage. So you can actually kite away if you need to. The more bleed damage that you're doing. So let's go ahead, taunt everybody up. We'll hit Wrath of the Berserker, and you can kind of see we're generating fury as we go through it too as well. And then right there you can see the lunging strike. Lunging strike is a fun base attack, and I'll try to just kind of show it off right here. So with these little spiders, you can kind of see here we're just stabby, but if we come over here, we can come back that way. It's hard when they're like right up on top of you to really show off that kind of one-way, two-way combo. But if we had another person over here, we can kind of do that, and then boom, there you go. Kind of see it going back and forth, right? It's not an OP thing to do. It's just with the lunging strike, it is a way to kind of if you are having trouble, you get surrounded and you're not, your whirlwind and your fury meter are not on, they're not off of cooldown, so you can't use them for that particular second. It is a way to kind of get out of trouble if you need to. Um, let's taunt this group up here. Hit Wrath of the Berserker. Let's hit everybody here. And you can kind of see we got to use our base to kind of get a little bit of fury generated in there. But right back to it. Right back to it. So this has been a fun little build. I don't think this would be super fun as like a day one, you know, level one, just right to start out. It may not be super fun at that level. You may want to wait till you start getting some aspects and stuff to kind of maximize your fury generation and stuff like that. So I haven't, this build is by far not optimized as far as gear goes and stuff like that. I haven't picked up 100% of the pieces that I would love to have for this build, and we'll kind of go in and show you what we're working with. You know, you kind of see right here, we are going to generate 100 fury. When we do generate 100 fury, our next core skill creates a dust devil. I don't know if you saw that, but you know, when we're doing our whirlwind, every once in a while we're going to throw out a little tornado. I'm actually going to port back to town so we can go over that without having to worry about getting killed in the process. I don't like dying, even though I'm not playing hardcore. I don't like dying, even though I do die a lot. If you die a lot, drop a like. If you don't die a lot, drop a like. You know, hey, why not, right? But let's take a look. So we're just gonna kind of go through the gear. You know, from bottom right, we'll do a big circle. So you can kind of see after generating 100 fury, our next core skill, our whirlwind, is going to create a dust devil that deals 568 damage. In brackets, we have, you know, 970 to 1746. It does have a big potential there for us, and so it's going to actually just do. It's going to spin off and go kind of behind the target. It's going to go hit, you know, whatever it hits. This one here we have similar after spending 100 fury, which we're going to spend fury really fast, right? Our weapon mastery skill deals 90% additional damage. Up to 100% on this particular piece. So that's a big one right there. We have stunning a bleeding enemy deals 36% up to 4. This particular piece has 22 up to 40. So we're right up towards that top level of that. So that's really good. Of their total bleeding amount to them as physical damage. So instead of just doing that bleeding damage on the HP bar, it's going to deal that as just physical damage, which is nice. Here we have Whirlwind's critical strike chance is increased by 12%. This one has a range of 6 to 16%. So we are in that the upper tier of that. For each second, it is channeled up to 36%, and you can see this has a max of 48%. Damaging an enemy with we have lucky hit here, so damaging an enemy with a core skill or whirlwind is going to have up to a 36% chance to extend our berserking for 1 second, double if it's a critical. So if we are having extra crit chances, that's just going to make that go. You know, our berserking is just going to give us more damage over time. Each point of fury is going to be generated while at maximum fury. I'm sorry. Each point of fury generated while at maximum fury creates 10 fortify. So again, when we have on our skills, when we're doing the fortify, we're going to be stronger, tankier. We're going to heal faster. So we're going to do a little bit more damage over time that way. This one, you can see it's not even a legendary. It's just a sacred rare piece. And sacred rare piece, you know, so haven't even imprinted anything on them as far as aspects or anything like that. That's something I'm going to do as I get into World Tier 4. We have amulets and rings, to my knowledge, aren't necessarily as great as far as like the aspects. They're definitely good. Don't ever think that I'm going to say, you know, they're not integral, but they're not gonna be as crazy. They're a little bit more interchangeable than the actual specific gear pieces, because you, depending on your build, you're going to want to have stuff that's going to be tailored to that build as far as your gear. And as far as the rings and your amulets, those tend to be a little bit less tailored to one specific build. They tend to make you just a little bit tankier, do more damage in general. So you kind of see right here, imprinted lucky hit, direct damage against bleeding enemies, has up to a 39% chance to stun them for 2 seconds. Barbarian only, that is because we imprinted that aspect onto that piece. This one here, gain 18, range 10 to 20 of your primary resource for every 25% of your life that you heal. So as we heal, we are going to get more fury, which is our primary resource. As a barbarian, you gain, this one here, you gain 4 fury per second while berserking. So once we go berserking, then we're just going to start generating fury, which is going to make us, have more to spend. And then when we have more to spend, we're going to heal more and we're going to do more damage. So, you kind of see the synergy, right? This is definitely not optimized, fully, but I want to get it out there just because, like, the Whirlwind is not dead. Did it get hit? Absolutely. Did the Barb get hit other than this one? Other than Whirlwind? Absolutely. Is the Barbarian a dead class? Absolutely not. I don't believe that 1% of my body. Not at all. The Whirlwind, I think, is going to be a fun build for a lot of people to run. Hope you guys like this video. And I will try to bring more build videos out. Like I said, I want to try some, as we get overpowered and stuff like that. I might want to try some meme style builds just to have some fun, right? It's a video game, might as well have some fun with it, right? So as always, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so you know when I do upload the next Diablo 4 video, and I will see you in that next Diablo 4 video. Peace.